Hello, always Dizzy here. Going to start with a puzzle streak of 42, as I always do before I play any games. I'm going to start at the 1 minute mark. Looks like Larson say it's second again tonight. The past couple days, I was a bit slow on the puzzle streak, but hopefully I can turn that around today. I'm going to start in 10 seconds. Okay, here we go. Mate. Larson say he's probably going to try to race me to 42 again, and he will probably beat me again. Because I am not very good. 4 key here. And this should grab enough pawn. Whoa, why does it matter? Well, we only can, never mind, we can only take 1 pawn. I have a discovery on the king. You got 41 already? No, you can keep going. You might not get, you might get it wrong. You might get it wrong on 42. Homework. Your favorite thing in the world. School and homework. I think I can go queen e8 and then bishop h6. I win the queen here. I have rook g6. I can win the exchange. This is a mate. The chess kid is currently in the lead. Should be a mate in 2 here. Kate is doing very well. Yeah, no, she's been doing well. Last round, I think she drew. How come I can't figure this out? I guess I have a check here, but he just takes. So what is this? What's going on? I mean, am I taking, and then this doesn't make sense. I guess I have a check here, and I win the exchange. Otherwise, yeah, okay. I was talking. Talking and chess is a hard combo. Chess alone is already hard. Check. Should win the knight. Same thing here. There should be a mate in 2. Wow, we got a string of easy ones. That's what we like to see. Can I take? And then check. Check wins the knight. Can I not take the rook? Oh, okay. So I have to calculate here. Check. King f3 is forced. And then he gets my rook though. No, it's not forced. I have king f2. And then queen h2 is forced. And then I just go king e1. I think I can do that. 24. Black, mate. It's not mate. Now it's mate. 25. Knight f4. Knight f4, queen e3. I still get a check in. So queen e3, knight h. No, it's mate. Yeah. It's mate. Kneel. I don't know. It could have been you playing, but what's your next tournament now? It's weak because you're not there. So we have a check on f3. And I don't see a follow-up. How about knight e2? Knight e2 looks good. Check. And then queen e2. And then he has a check. I have to come back, so that doesn't seem to work. So how about queen e1? Same issue. Check. Oh, then I can take and bake. Take and bake. I'm not 1782. That's not established. Fake rating. Hasu. Chobo. Knight f3. So he moves to queen, and then I have knight g5. Is that the idea? Knight f3, queen e7, knight g5, but he can just go h5. I don't know if this is right. What about this way? This makes a lot more sense. Knight e4 and then mate. There we go. So I can still do this. Okay, 29. I can win a pawn. Can also win a pawn this way. I hope that's not the solution. I think it is so. I don't like this puzzle though, because that's not so easy to clean up after this. I don't like that one. 31. Takes, and then I almost have a fork here. Can I... What about this? Knight c5. Knight c5 looks good. Didn't see that, but his queen's overloaded here. 32. We have check and mate. Mate in 2. Oh, no! That was a freaking good time, too. That was a really good time. Why didn't I verify? He can run here. Oh, shit. Damn it. That was a good time, and I was talking. That was a good time. Damn it. God damn it, Bobby. That was a good time. Yeah, get AI to make it for you. I don't know if I can let him get close to this pawn. I can always come back and defend it. My knight should be able to hold. Yeah, that's what I would recommend these days. Have AI make it for you, or use like one of those services like Squarespace or Wix. But then you have to pay a monthly fee. I'm not sure if I want queen g6 or knight f3. Actually, I can't go queen g6. But okay, so queen h5 or knight f3. I don't know, but yeah, I think I'm going knight f3 because then queen h, then I go queen h5. Where's everybody tonight? Can he do anything about this? I don't think he can. Oh man, what's the 2-letter responses? TFBTAIEWDK. Man, your generation. When I was a kid, we didn't use 2-letter abbreviations for everything. Okay, which rook? Which rook? And why does it matter? I'm not Uncle Son. Nam Dong Sang. Nam Dong Sang. Where do I go? I don't know which rook. I don't understand. Why is one better than the other? Oh, this one could be a problem because then he's on A1. It's still mate though. Oh, no, that doesn't. If I go this way, then if he takes on D3 later, like, or rather, if I go for this way, take. This shouldn't be a problem though. Congrats, the chess kid. Isn't it? It's 9 rounds though. You got another day, don't you? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which rook. Hello, Hadu. Hadu Lamine. Okay, I got to focus here though. I want to go rook c1. I'm going to minimize chat. I got to focus here. So yeah, rook c1. I don't see the difference. Like there must be a difference. There is a difference. If I go with the f rook, he can actually just go queen c1 and then take and then just like defend. I'm still up material there though, so I don't quite understand. Otherwise, I don't. maybe there's also a case for him going to rook g8. Oh, that's the difference. So it's rook a c1. Because if I go rook fc1, he can go rook g8. And then if sorry. Wait, is this right? Because I'm thinking he can check here first. So I think it's rook ac1 because rook fc1. That it still doesn't make sense unless he takes right away. How come I can't figure this out? Like I feel this is wrong. Rook fc1. Here he takes on c2. I mean, if I take on c2. Oh yeah, I was right. Yeah, so rook fc1. If rook hg1, and I take the rook. If he captures back my queen, I'm up a piece. So after rook hg1, he can take on c1. And then after I recapture, he can take my queen. But if I go rook ac1 after rook hg8, it's different because I can take the rook and he can't take my rook because then I can take here. So it's rook ac1 and I'll confirm it with the engine after. And then we take here, I think. Let me just double check. Yeah, we take here and then I take. Okay, I'm glad I figured that out. I'm going to open up chat. Had to lock in there. Yeah, so that's the difference. Chat is open. So if I go this way and then I take, he can take here. I'm glad I figured that out. I'm surprised it's only 1700. It's not the hardest puzzle in the world, but I'm a little surprised it's 1700. It might be because people are just guessing 50%. Oh, I don't know. I'll go with this rook. Okay, I'm going to, I do have chat open. I'm going to continue on here. Black to move. I have bishop f5. I'm thinking that it's too simple though. But what's wrong with it? Because he can't actually defend the rook. So I'm playing it. There's bishop a4, but I'm still winning there. Okay, they threw in an easy one. Okay, can I go rook e6? If he doesn't take, for whatever reason, he has one legal move. And even there, I'm not quite sure how I would follow up. Maybe queen queen e7. Queen e7. He has two legal moves. Actually, he can't go there. He only has one legal move. And then there's gotta be a win there somehow. Like knight h5 or something. Or here, there's a fork. There we go. So that works. Therefore, he has to take, and then if he goes queen f5, yeah, so it might not be rook e6 because rook e6, bishop e6 is forced, queen e6, and then if queen f5, I don't know if I have I can just take the rook. I'm on the rook. Okay, so therefore, after queen e6, he has to go king g5, and then I have queen f5. Okay, so it does work. And I just take the rook here. Okay, 32. Oh, I've got a bishop, like a dark. I didn't see the dark squared bishop. So let's look at bishop d5. It almost works because then I have check and then I have queen f2. You know, bing, bang, check. He has to take. I have queen f2, but then he can just go back bishop g2. But that could come in handy. There's a fork here, I just realized. Knight c2. I think it might just be knight c2. Boring. Boring. What a terrible puzzle. What a terrible puzzle. So I think I'm taking on g3, taking the rook, and I should be able to survive. He can trap me after bishop e4, like temporarily, but I can always protect it, and I'm up another piece, and I can break through and everything. So I hate that puzzle. That's crap. 33. We are white. I almost have h4. h4 takes on f5. I just want to look, that's because that's almost winning. Yeah, that almost works. I don't know, h5, I mean, not h4, h5, it still intrigues me. It still intrigues me. Check. Yeah, there's a fork here on e7. h5. If he takes, I go check. And then I have knight e7. Oh, wait. I don't have knight e7. There's rook e7. But I feel there's something here. So first of all, let me just make sure that queen f5 is forced. Because I feel it is. Because I'm going to take on g6. He has no checks or anything. So I'm pretty sure queen f5 is forced. I take on g6. And if he takes back, then I take and I'm up a knight. So this is all forced. His only other move is king here. And then I thought I had a fork here, but his rook can take it. But then I just take the queen if the queen is still hanging. Yeah, so it is just h5. Okay, I don't know. That shouldn't have been so hard for me, but okay, check. If he goes to f8, do I have a7 or not? If I go rook b7 rather, and if he goes to c8, Yeah, I go a7. How does he stop me from queening? I don't see how. I don't see how. So I feel he has to go to a8. And then I have knight c6, and I'm threatening a hook mate. And I don't think he can stop the hook mate. Because if he goes here, then I hook mate this way. And if he goes this way, I hook mate this way. Not again! What did I miss? What did I miss? I thought this was... Oh my god, he's got a rook on h8. I didn't see that. I didn't notice that. I thought there was a hook mate here. Oh, and it's check as well. Oh, I missed two things. Shit. So we start this way. I mean, I would have found it if I had seen... I didn't see it with check, and I didn't see he had a rook there. I got to start over, sorry. Hello, Abanoob. Oh, man. Chess is hard. Where's the mate? Where's the mate? There's no mate here. There's no mate here. There's a fork. I'm just going for the fork. Dumb. It's not dumb. I'm just salty. Salty, dizzy. Always salty. Can this hold? Actually, I have mate here. Take check. Can I do that? Black. Black. Okay, 8. I do that already, Sin City. Thanks for stopping by. Larson say time for you to do your homework. And then I want you to take out the trash and then go to bed. Is this thing? He's got check. What obvious move am I missing? There's an invisible fork here. I don't know if that's the solution, but that's what I'm playing. That's too hard for 1400. Come on. You got to find invisible forks at 1400 now? That's a little harsh. Here. Check. Takes. Should be good. Rook takes. Should be good somehow. Can this hold? No, we take first. No. Here. So something I've noticed with the puzzle streak, I'm not really getting any faster hitting 42, but I think I'm getting faster on like the first 20. Like the first 20, I'm doing pretty quick on average. Which isn't saying a lot. Those are very low rated puzzles, but still, I feel I'm getting a bit faster at them. Can I build a kill box here? Can you build a kill box? Can you build them now? Can you take a knight on f3? Yes, you can. Holy cow. Knight a6. Could it be knight a6? Check. Free rook. 31. Check. Oh crap, he's got 2 queens. Uh-oh. Wow, there might be some geometry, but he can always come back here. What am I supposed to do here? It's got 2 queens. Check. He can't go here because it's mate, right? So he has, and he can't go to f2 because I assume there's a mate. So he has to go to e1. And then I can't fathom there being anything after that. I guess I can go check, and take, and then my pawns are better. 32. There's a fork. Is there a mate? Yes. This is mate and 2, hook mate. Last time I thought there was hook mate, I got it wrong. So I'm traumatized. I can take on e2, d7 rather, but he can take with the queen. Well, then I could trade again and then take, but I'll be down material still there. Because I'm down a piece right now, so that's not going to fly. Like Rocky. So we take. I am up a lot of pawns, so if I can somehow win a piece here. And then there's no geometry at the end. Take. Where's it? How am I supposed to do this? That's wrong. Still kind of like this idea for some reason. If he takes with the queen, no, it's a fork at the end. Maybe I am going to be up material there. I'll be up 2 pawns. Take. I'll be up 2 pawns, possibly 1. This was my instinct. And if he moves the queen, I'm just up 2 pawns. So I think this works. I forgot to look at rook d7, but then I'm just taking the queen. Okay. So there's rook d1 and there's rook c8. Like taking here and then rook c8, which doesn't work. So maybe rook d1. And what, he can't defend that. he could give me the exchange, but that doesn't make sense. G5. G5, I have bishop h7, but I don't think that's quite enough. There could be G5. Yeah, G5, I might have bishop h7. I'm not sure though. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I don't know about that. Do, 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 do. Oh, I think I can just. I think I was right. It is just rook c8. My original idea was to take and then rook c8, but I think I can just go rook c8 right away. What about rook e4? Then it's check. Yeah. Okay. It's funny because I saw this idea right away, but I wanted a different move order. 35. I have a discovery on b2, so I think I can take and then check. $36. This is a problem. Because I'm never attacking his king. Oh, I take and then rook b. Okay, I just take and then rook b, rook c8. $37. I am down. I have 2 pawns for a piece. 2 pawns for a piece. Can I push? If he takes, I have check. That's still a little unclear though. Bing, bang, bing, bang, bing. He's got 2 bishops for a rook. I feel I'm better there, but not by a ton. What else can he do? I guess he could just take. He could just take the pawn. So that does nothing. Okay. That's refuted. I don't think this works because he just takes here. Could almost just push a pawn there. Not quite. And if I take with a rook, oh, maybe I can take with a rook here. Take and then rook e8. $38. Check. I was hoping for something to work here, but it doesn't. I was hoping for like there to be another fork, but he can even just take here. So that doesn't work. Could I somehow hit his rook? I still like looking here. I know it probably won't lead to anything, but it's hard not to look at it first. It's just hard not to. But yeah, there's nothing. I could push the pawn maybe. Oh, how about I take and then could I go b6? I don't know. No, of course that doesn't work. Oh boy, this one might be hard. My eyes don't want to stop looking at rook e7. It's just visually, it's so hard not to look at. It's such a pleasant thing to consider. Yeah, because my idea is like I do that and then I take here and then he takes and then I have a fork. Right? But it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Wonder if I can go here and then I might be threatening rook a8. Let's just say he gives me a check and I go king h2. And then I don't know. Knight d7. And knight d7. I could go back here. That's looking good, but it's not super clear. Plus, he might just have rook. He might just have rook d8. Can I just attack the knight? I guess he can just trade. That doesn't work. Oh, here. Oh my god, I never even considered rook a8 ever. Why did I not even ever consider that until now? Now I have to make sure it works, but I can't believe I didn't even consider that. Didn't mean to highlight that square. Yeah, it should be good. Still work after that because he's going to have 2 pawns and a knight against my rook. I'd never even considered that. That's so crazy. Actually, no. Wait, does he have... No. That's still good for me because it's check. And then he has to go, I think, knight d8. And then I go b6. Okay. I didn't consider... Looking at chat. I didn't consider rook a8 there until the very end or whatever that square that was. Okay, looks like there's potential forks somehow. Right now, it's equal material. There's possible discoveries here. There's an X-ray. Collinearity. Okay, how do we begin? I don't want to take this knight because I like his queen where it is. So let's look at knight e5. Okay. This is too much to calculate for my little brain. If he takes on f6, I'll take with the queen. Oh, there's too much to calculate. I can't calculate this. There's just too much to calculate. Okay, I gotta fight through it. So knight e5. If he takes on f6, I'm thinking queen f6. And if he goes de, I can recapture, but I've won a pawn. That's not a whole lot to be happy about. Could also go GF. I don't think that leads to anything. I'll put that on pause. If I go bishop E5. Yeah, so this is, yeah, bishop E5 is looking better. So I think he might have to take on F6 here, because otherwise I'm just taking. He's always going to have this undefended queen. If he goes here, yeah, I think it's just bishop E5. Final answer, Regis. Okay, 40. Check almost works. Not even almost. Okay, so check. Nope. Check. Mate. Mate in 2. Let's verify because we're close to the end. That looks like a mate in 2 to me. We got a freebie. Last one. What is this? Can I not just take on B7? Rook B. Oh, he's got another rook. He's got a gun. An Alekine's gun. It's not quite an Alekine's gun, though. I have rook B8 at the end. So takes, wait. Yeah, it's takes, and then rook B8. Okay, and if he does something, yeah, I think it's just that. Take and then rook B8. Because that's mate. Back rank mate. Nice, I'm done. I'll get one wrong on purpose now. Okay, that took 52 minutes, but I'm just happy I'm done. 9 viewers now. Time for a game. The puzzle portion is over. 2073, 1-year-old account, Dutch time. In the US, do you guys have, hello Peter, do you have Old Dutch potato chips? I think that's a Canadian brand, but do you have them there? Old Dutch in America. Or anywhere other than Canada. Do you guys have that? They come in a box. Some of them, the newer ones like Dutch Crunch, comes in bags, but they're known for coming in boxes. You guys don't have them? Okay, they're on every grocery store shelf here in Canada, and they're very old chip. Like I remember when I was a kid, like in the 80s, they had them. I'm going to take here unprovoked to double up those C pawns like we do in the bird. And I'm just going to castle here. And I think I'm playing B6. If C4, I guess I'm taking, he'll have weak C pawns. So he has to decide between bishop. There's pros and cons to both. Bishop E2, there's less control over E4, but here there's less control over F3. I think that's the problem there. It's not, they're both fine. Queen B3. Okay, yeah, he chooses that one. So I could also attack his C pawn, but I'm just going to fill the hole. And now I could go D6 or Queen E8, but I feel I could also go Knight C6, honestly. But since I already put this bishop on B7, I think I'm going D6. C5 is a little annoying, but I will just take it. Yeah, so here I go King H8, maybe Knight C6, because then I have Knight E5. So Knight C6, but then, I mean, this would be simplest, but this still comes. And then I've had this position before. This is kind of annoying. That's kind of he's playing pretty well. I don't like this Tom. I don't like this Tom. How does he know how to play? How dare he? So knight c6. I can't even go knight e5 there. I think I should just go king h8, but I wonder if c5 is a move. Yeah, I'll go c5. He gets the open. He gets the open d file. Either that or king h8. I'm going to fix these pawns. So rook fd1, or he can take and then rook fd1. Yeah, that's good. Now knight c6. Now he could still go and then he could sack the rook. Right? Yeah, he could sack the rook. Bing, bang, bing, bang. I don't know what I think about that. What I don't like about a5 is we have to babysit this pawn. I can also do nothing, maybe. Like knight bd7. Let him play a5. Go here, let him play a6. If he takes here, yeah, that might be a thing. So if he goes a5, actually, I think you can take in some cases. Not in this case, so. I mean, normally I always play a5. I normally always do that, but remembering the computer has other ideas. Knight bd7, a5. I think you go here, bishop c6, but then there's this problem again. Actually, no. Yeah, so, okay. Okay, I'm going to go here just because I'm used to it, but there are other ways to deal with this pawn, for the record. Let the record show. The thing is, b6, it has to be babysat. Ugh. Yeah, I think often the computer doesn't mind the pawn running. Okay, so now we go queen e8. Oh shit! I know I gotta go here. That's what I'm talking about. This babysitting business really sucks. I have to go here. I've got to babysit that. Or no, can I go here? But then he takes. Then I can take here. Yeah, maybe. Okay. I really am curious to look up that a5 move, or even before that. Maybe the c5 was not optimal, but I know it's not terrible. But yeah, then it creates this b6 babysitting business. Okay, so if takes, he wants to take here. Okay, I can go here to start. And then I have rook b8. Hopefully he can't take and do stuff. Let's play that. Yeah, so it's possible he takes on c5, then it's just imbalanced. Actually, if he takes here, I still might take on c5. Okay, so now rook b8. So now this has more support. Okay, this is looking good. So now I can go queen e8. Wow, this was well played by both sides, like so far. This is a high quality game. Yeah, I'm thinking the c5 was okay, but maybe not optimal because, again, this b6 pawn has to be babysat. But I like that I prevent him from playing c5. So I'm really curious to look at this game after. Yeah, so my idea is like queen e8, an eventual e5, maybe an immediate e5, h6, g5 ideas. Rook f6, rook g6, queen h5. I'm going to make some apple crisp at midnight. I've already prepared the apples, so the rest should be pretty quick. Okay. I think I want to keep this bishop. I'll put it on a8 here, because here you can push. This bishop is good though, so I'm going to keep it. Yeah. Oh, this was a good. I mean, I really like how I played. My moves might not have been pitch perfect accurate, but I think I played so far pretty close to perfect. I know I'm not trying to sound like an idiot, but that's what I feel. Move 15. There might have been like this, like c5. Maybe it's like a 20 cent pawn difference type of deal. Same with a5, but I think pretty close to perfect so far. So that makes me feel good. Hello, Daniel Boats or Botes? No, that's not Botes. Boats? Boats. Okay, so I could come back, which is, no, I can't. Never mind. So I think just queen e8. And then I don't know what he's planning to do here. I don't think he has a plan. Maybe he wants to go here. I don't know, but I'm going queen e8. Possibly I could have played e5 right away. Last move. Possibly e5. Okay, and then I think I'm taking with the rook. Oh, he's got bishop f3. Hello, DMX. Yeah, my knight already has a role, so this is a pretty easy solution, or decision rather. The knight is covering a lot of key points. We have such a lovely position. Okay, so bishop f3 is the real question. Okay, yeah, this is another question. So I can go queen f6 so that my knight can move if I have to. I can also just go here, which I think I'm doing. I could also go rook here, but then I don't have h5. So I think I'm doing this. And then, yeah, he might do a trade, which is annoying, but I have to make a move. So I think he's going to go bishop f3. And this, yeah, he's annoying. He's playing a very good game. We both are. I also had possibly f4 last move. Okay, bishop f3. He doesn't play bishop f3. I think he should have. Okay, now what? h5? Queen here? He can always defend this. Yeah, let's move. I am getting short on clock, but okay. Oh, I forgot about e5. I forgot about my whole e5 plan. Shoot. Yeah, maybe I should have played e5 last move, because then I could play queen e6. But I still have e5 and I have queen g5. So queen g5. He can play g6. No, he can't. So if he takes the rook, it's mate, right? So he has to defend that. And he doesn't really... Okay, I guess he has this, but I still have check. My knight is still hanging. But I can go queen f7. No, I can't. Or queen f2. But yeah, queen g5, bishop f1, check, king h1. Then, okay, so here we're taking with the knight. It doesn't need to be babysat anymore. Oh, he wants to... No, that doesn't make sense. Okay, well, I'm taking that. Yeah, win or lose, this is such a nice game to analyze after. because the whole game was completely thematic. A very typical classical Dutch, and a very pleasant, very pleasant game to play. Because every move, every decision was what we're used to here. I still think he should have considered bishop f3 instead of f3. Okay, he's nearly trapped. But nearly, yeah, he's so close to being trapped there. Okay, threaten mate now. And then check, I can defend this way. Gotta watch out for this, but yeah, let's go for the mate threat. So bishop f8, and then check. Then I can come in here. I also have bishop f3 then. Oh, he's got this x-ray on g2. Yeah, so this is dangerous for both sides. I do think black is better, winning maybe, but I don't have much time here. I wonder if I could consider bishop f3 instead of taking on e3. No, I don't think I want that. It's possible it works, but I'm just going to take here. And then can I check? Can I do anything there? Yeah, so if I take now, you can do things. Check, then I can take here. Then there's, oh no, that doesn't quite work. Yeah, this is interesting. If he takes, I have check, then he's fine. So that it doesn't work. Oh, if he takes with the, I might, oh, if he takes here, then this is unprotected. Then I could maybe I could take here. And so he takes with the queen. Yeah, I think he has to take with the queen. Otherwise, I'm taking on f3. So he takes with the queen. Then I take. But it's this. Oh, but okay. Well, I'm so low on the clock. Okay, I just got to move. I don't have time. Yeah, so he takes, and then I might take here. If he takes, I have rook g1. But the question is, if he doesn't take, if he goes here, then check. He's still alive. Oh, but he can't go here. He can't go here. So, okay. I don't know. I don't have time. But I don't see how he attacks my queen. Because I'm just going to take it and bake it. But I'm going to flag. Oh, it was a lovely game before the time. The inevitable time trouble. Push here. Does he have time for that? He might. No, this is protected many times over. It's not a problem. Okay. Here. Just got to play quick now. I should be winning the exchange. Actually, yeah, just the exchange. Well, it depends. If he goes here, I've got this. I've got check. Or I'm just, should I? I can also win a pawn and then go check. I'm going to do it this way. Rook g2 looked good as well, but I'll just take the extra pawn. Just take the extra pawn. And then I'll flag. He wants to get the bishop here. Let's do this. Here. I won a very nice game, I gotta say. Okay, I told you from the beginning to end, it was a nice game. So win or lose, I would have enjoyed it, but to win it is extra nice. That was a very nice game to win because I think I played very, very well. Oh, that was a textbook Dutch, a textbook classical Dutch. 14 viewers now. I normally don't pat myself on the back as much, but I said it the whole game that it was a nice game. Yeah, just a few things I wasn't sure about, like the C5 and A5 and knight BD7. I knew that they were okay, but I don't know if they were perfect. But typically, once black starts to get rook F6 in, it's kind of a hard attack to stop. So we'll look at that first without the engine and then with the engine. Yeah, so a very typical Dutch. Yeah. So we went for this. So this C5, I wasn't 100% sure. I was thinking just King H8, which I think might be the best move. But there's C5, which I think we're still okay there. I think. Yeah, I remember looking at this now because I've had this position before, or a very similar one, and black is okay here, but it's a little tricky. So I just wanted to shut down the C5 pawn completely. So I played C5. And then he kept putting pressure on. And again, I think the computer sometimes lets the pawn run. And I considered knight C6, but then I got scared of A5. And then takes. That scared me. So I just played A5. So I'm curious about like those three moves. And then I don't really think white should be targeting my B pawn because it's defended by a rook and a knight, and he's front loaded with the queen. So it doesn't make sense. I think white needs to attack in the center somehow. You know, try to get E4 in or create some weakness. Hello, Lewis. Yeah, so yeah, rook G6 here. Queen G6 might have been fine as well. And yeah, so I thought bishop F3 might make more sense. Because he shuts down my bishop. He shuts down my bishop. I don't know why he didn't play it. I probably would have taken. And then E5. That's probably what I would have done. Bishop F3, knight F3, E5. Now, to be fair, we were a bit low on time here, both of us. But yeah, now white just has an attack. I think I was just over a minute at this point. Yeah, and it's just hard to defend. Like if you flip the board, even a few moves prior, as white, you have to account for a lot of things from black. Yeah. And then, well, he didn't resign. But. Okay, let's look at that with the engine. I enjoyed that game. Now watch the computer poke holes in all of my lovely... No, it was pretty good. There was a couple of little inaccuracies, but overall that went pretty well. Okay, let's load that up in CPT first through the magic of television. Boom. So I have this position from a couple days ago here that I was looking at. So let me just update that before I load the game that we just played. Okay, so the game I just played, let me do it from memory. I already forgot. What did he play? Oh, he played c4, and then he did this. And then what did he do here? I think e3. Let me look at it again. Yeah, he played e3, take, castle, and then he played knight f3. And he played bishop e2, bishop. So this was all normal. Then he castled d6, queen b3. Okay, I've got queen e7 here. What? King 8. I don't even have king h8. Okay, I got him on this with 7 lines. Last time I ran it was 5 lines, but and I played c5. Yeah, so c5 was fine, but I'm going to run this again with 17.1 and 7 lines. I don't like queen e7. I don't know why I chose that as my move. King h8 is not even in the top 7. Yeah, it might be because of the c5 from him. Yeah, so I'll run that for like an hour. Okay, so let me look at that locally. Not locally. On lead chats, rather. So if king h8, yeah, c5 is the move. Yeah, that's what I was scared of. So that's why I played c5. So yeah, maybe I'll play c5 in the future. What did most people in lead chess do? Knight b d7 here. Yeah, but then there's still c5. Yeah, because of this. So second, yeah, and then they go queen e8, which is good too. That's another move I'm considering. And then a lot of people do queen e7, and then they've done quite well. And the computer likes h6. So what's the idea with h6? If it goes to h4, then c5 are the other moves. I think it's just you just throw h6 in there to make these other moves. And then like if he goes a5, it's to play g5. Yeah, I forgot that we could do that. So g5, and then you go to knight e4. Okay, you can play it this way. This is like a Duchamp line in the Nimzo. It's almost a transposition. So that's an idea. But it's good so that you can play kind of anything here. But king h8 is actually not optimal. Yeah, and that's what I was thinking of. I was thinking king h8, but I didn't love c5. So I played c5, which is fine as well. Yeah, the computer does give a tiny preference to h6 though. And if he goes to f4, we can still go g5 later or just play normally here. Okay, anyways, it's not a big deal. None of these moves really matter that much. But to me, they do. Okay, so a5 was an inaccuracy, though. I thought here for a minute and a half because I was very hesitant to play it. Also here, by the way, was it here? No, it was here. I was considering knight c6, but I got scared of this. So I'm curious to look at this line. It's saying that this is equal. Oh, wait. We don't take... Oh, we take on f3s. Wishendug here. Oh, that's weird. That is weird. And then we take just to get the queen on a8 and to get rid of his bishop. So we sack... No, we don't even sack the exchange. How did that work? Oh, because he sacked here. I see. So we sacked the exchange back. And this is an equal position. So this is a way to play. Black has a decent knight, although I don't know how long it'll stay decent. Oh, we're hitting the bishop. So, okay. And then we can attack it. So this is an equal position, but I don't know. I don't love what's going on the A file. But black has play. Black has a strong knight. White has double C pawns. But overall, I don't really love this for black, even though the computer likes it. But that's a way to play though. You can do that. You can play knight c6 and then knight e5. I don't really like that though. It's a little bit too adventurous for me. It's so after a4, there was knight b7, just ignoring it. Yeah, so you can just ignore it and just like play. Well, it doesn't love that move especially. I guess it was rook b8. I don't really like these though. I don't really like ignoring it. Queen e7, a5. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there would have been a difference if I didn't play c5. Like if I played queen e8 and then he goes a4. I'm trying to see if there's a difference here because I normally don't have to deal with this. Like knight c6. This can always be played apparently. Sorry if I'm boring you guys too much. 94. Okay, maybe 94 is a bit better. H4, H6. If he goes here, then knight D2. There we go. Winning the exchange. I think. Or, you know, it gets complicated. There's H5. I'm just wondering. Maybe after queen b3, was there something else? No, yeah, we're just back in this position. Yeah, this queen b3 is it's a bit annoying. I don't think there was anything I could have done about it. Except maybe knight c6 right away. Does that, and then 85? Yeah, this is different because he can't play here. It's different. Yeah, maybe I could go an earlier knight c6. But then you have to worry about c5 by him again, which is annoying. Yeah, always annoying. Yeah, that's partly why I played d6. Yeah, so knight c6, c5. I don't. Yeah, it's nice. Sorry, I'll look at this more on my own as well later on. But I don't like him playing c5. My c5 move was not bad. But yeah, a5. So I think I just have to allow this. I don't think there's. I mean, maybe I can go e5 and buy some time. Let him push, and then I can take, and then e4. Maybe I do something like that. But yeah, that stupid a pawn is so annoying. So annoying. Okay, I'll study that more on my own. Sorry. Okay, moving on. But yeah, a5 was not the best because b6 does become a little bit of a pain to deal with. The best move is actually d takes, like best move by far for white is dc. And then if I recapture, which makes sense, yeah, he goes, I was just going to move somewhere like e8. Oh yeah, I can't. Yeah, that's, yeah, see, it's this, I always have to babysit this. So queen c7, and then already we're worse. Bishop f4. And this is already so annoying. Yeah, that's, so a5 just weakens b6 too much. In a lot of lines, you can play a5. But this one's a little different. Yeah, again, normally I don't have the pawn on c5. That's one difference. Like normally, well, yeah, this is very interesting because I've had very similar positions before. That queen b3 is so annoying. Queen e8 defends here, but I don't want him playing c5. Jeez. Okay. I'm just wondering in the future. I wonder about knight c6. Maybe I should play knight c6, but there's still c5. I just don't want him playing c5 at all costs. That's why I played c5. Yeah, maybe here. Maybe here instead of a5. I think just knight c6 here. No, it's the same problem. Sorry, I can't get away from studying this. It's so annoying. A5 is so annoying. Feel free to speak up in the chat if this is super boring, or if you have any suggestions. Like objectively, this is fine for black, and I'm nitpicking. I'm nitpicking everything here. I don't think this makes any difference to what we get. We can play 94. Well, it kind of does. Let's just, if it goes here. Sorry, I'm on. Oh, it's a fork. Sorry. So, okay, so let's say he prepares for that. Then knight c6. And then if he pushes, is this a different version? How does this work? Because I'm getting c3. Interesting. Interesting. So maybe h6 could be a better way to fight this. And then what about this line? And then c5. Yeah, and then I still have to deal with that. There's no getting away from c5 unless I play c5. That's just the way it is. And then if I play knight c6, there's always a5, which gets us that very different line. This whole line again. Which is objectively equal, but I don't really like this for black. I think it's easier for white to play overall. I think it's easier for black to go wrong than it is for white to go wrong. So I don't really like that. But a5 is not good. So maybe I go h6 here in the future, or e5. Maybe e5. Can I do e5? And then if he comes here later, I mean, it always wants to play h6 at some point though. So if I play it immediately, again, if he comes here, then we have knight e4 and g5. If he goes here, I think I can just go g5 right away. And then knight e4. And if he ignores it, then wait, how does this work? Knight d7? No, sorry, that's knight d2. I was wondering. Yeah, and then we let him push. Oh, and then we can take and then go bishop e4. Still not optimal though. So g4 first, knight d2. Sorry. Yeah, we're always threatening that. So if it goes a5, then we're threatening knight d2. But it's only equal, surprisingly. This is really weird. Huh. Okay, and if he deals with this first, then we go knight c6. But then we're still always getting it. But this is a better version. Apparently this is a better version. For one thing, we can win a pawn at the end. Or, yeah, we can win a pawn. Okay. I might, yeah, okay, so I don't know. In the future, maybe h6, and then we get the knight here, and then the queen is a little bit invested in defending c3, and it buys us a little bit of time. So, okay, sorry for that huge focus on that line, but okay, because it's just that white doesn't deserve to get so much out of queen b3, I feel. Okay, but yeah, he screwed up here because this is the best move, and then my queen has to babysit this pawn for too long. Okay, so in the future, always consider h6, and yeah, a5 is just too weakening. There's better options. Okay, sorry about that. Back to the game. The rest went well. It was just I had a little bit of opportunity for white to get back in the game. This was all good. But yeah, once, as I say, most of the time I've noticed once black gets rook f6 in, even though objectively it's usually equal or they're close to, it's very easy for white to go wrong. It's just very easy. So this was not the best move, but best move is e5. I was considering it, but yeah, so bishop f3 was the best move. This was inaccurate. So here I was going to take and then play e5, which might not work because he can trade queens. Oh wait, no, never mind. But I guess he's got too much play on the d file. So what would have been better? Taking is still fine, but then not e5, then rook c8. I don't like this position this is too much of a, white has too much play, even though it's equal. I don't like this. So I should have played e5 first, and then if bishop f3, I can just play e4. And if he takes, then I can, then what? Take with the pawn. Yeah, I should have played e5 first. That's how we deal with that bishop. Okay. Back to the game. He played f3 though, which surprised me. And yeah, this was a blunder. I should have went. Okay, my move was good too. But queen g5 was slightly better, but this is winning. Both moves are winning. Yeah, and we're just winning here. It's saying I can take on f3. I thought he could attack my queen somehow. But here, oh yeah, then I realized he couldn't, or I realized this later. So I could have just taken on f3 right away. Yeah, and I took it now because then I realized he can't go here. And yeah, we got the skewer, and then here I thought I was considering something else here. I think I saw something that didn't exist. I saw a ghost here, a good ghost. Casper. I saw a Casper here. But there wasn't anything better. And then here, yeah, I couldn't decide. Everything is good though. Yeah. Okay, and then, well, this went fine. Okay, so that was a long analysis. I'm still really curious about all this, but yeah, a5 is ultimately too weak. Okay, sorry about that. Gonna play another game. And I'm still gonna analyze that after the stream. Okay. Sudan. Let's do a bird. That was a long analysis. We'll see on that one or two moves. Knight c6 is unusual. I might go d4. I think often with this knight on c6, you do a stonewall because black's piece. Okay, he's thinking now on move. He's got a 5-bar connection, and he's thinking on move 3. I don't love that. He's disconnected. But yeah, when the knight is in front of the c-pawn, I think you just go for a stonewall because black can't break and we just have more room. I think that's what Raven suggests. Yeah, he's gone now. I don't know what happened to him. Hopefully he doesn't come back super strong. He's back. Okay. I am going to go d4, especially against this kingside fianchetto. Now the question is, do I want this Irish stonewall? I think I do. I'm going to go for this. So I think that's what you do against the kingside fianchetto. You go d4, which I don't know how to play. I'm just going off of Raven's recommendation. I think just knight c3 here. Keep it simple. And I'll castle kingside. Do I want to go here right away? No rush. Where do we want this? We'll go here. If knight b4, I have bishop b1. And I'm going to castle as well. I don't like that he disconnected for a minute and then came back. He's got a 5-bar connection. I don't love that. Paranoid. So paranoid. Okay, so yeah, this just is awkward for him though with the knight on c6, I think. Oh man, that last game though, I'm still... He disconnected again. I should be happy that he disconnected. I should be happy that he... Okay, you know, something I hate about lead chess is, you know, it says your opponent left the game, you can claim victory in 106 seconds and it counts down. But then they come back and then that timer resets. It's like, what's the point? See, like just then now he's back again. It shouldn't show me the countdown, really. Because it's pretty pointless when they just reconnect. And then it starts over. Like, it's literally pointless. Oh, he can take on the C. Okay, I see. So I might have to go to E2. Otherwise, he's taking on C4. And I don't know if I love that. It's going to be a battle to get it back. Or I won't get it back. He'll choose to play. Well, he might have time for A6, B5. Possibly he doesn't. I don't play the Queen's Gambit, so I don't really know how to fight for that pawn. I also had an e5. So possibly I could have done it. I am going to kick him out of here. I just don't like him there. Maybe I should have played knight e5 first and then a3. Would have been better. Oh well. I don't know why I had to think about that move. Okay, do I ever play e4? I don't know how to play. I'm just going here. I don't know how to play the stone wall. I'll take with cf pawn. So pre-move it. Yeah, but last move instead of a3, I think maybe knight e5 first and then a3, because then I double up his c pawns. a3 was a little too quick, maybe. And then, I don't know, how do you play the stone wall? I know that you put something on e5 and you keep the knight and the bishop to take on e4 often. Okay. Can I bring the queen around here and bring the bishop around here? Yeah, let's do that. And let's not think too long because I have a 2-minute time advantage. So let's use that time advantage to our advantage. Okay. Yeah, and I'm going to sneak the queen in, maybe even rook f3. That's probably a little too quick. Maybe rook c1, because then takes. I have some near, he disconnected again. I have some near discoveries. Plus I have bishop f3 actually. Bishop f3 seems quite good. Yeah, I might just go bishop f3 next move. That makes a lot of sense to me. Because I'm not doing anything on the b1, h7 diagonal. Still thinking about that c5 Dutch last game. I really have to iron down a strategy against that. I had a long nap in the early afternoon, so it's going to take me a while to fall asleep. That's a good move. I guess I'm going b3. Can I go b4? No, he wants to take and then take here. Okay. Well, I also have knight. I've got knight here as well. Or do I? It gets complicated. It gets very complicated. b3. Okay, I'm going to go b3. I don't like the dudes disconnecting so often, though. For whatever reason it is, I don't like it. Okay, recapture here. Yeah, I think I'm grabbing that. Or can I take here? Or take here first? Take. You can take. It keeps disconnecting. Okay, I'll take. Do I have B4? Yeah, I'm going to block this guy after. It's just distracting at this point. They're disconnecting. He's doing it pretty much every move. You know, whether it's his fault or not, it's distracting. I guess I'll go to Zen mode, which is distracting by itself just because it changes the interface. But, you know, with his light going off and then, I can't even get rid of this message, so I won't go in Zen mode. I should be able to get rid of this message in Zen mode too, but I guess you need to see it kind of. Yes, he just goes on and off, keeps flashing around. I'm easily distracted. If it happened once or like once, it's not a problem, but it's happening almost every move. If not every move, if not multiple times per move. Flash, boom. While I'm trying to look at the board. Flash here, flash here. You know, it's probably just poor internet if he is really in Sudan. I'm not blaming my opponent. I just don't like it from my end. It's just distracting. You should see me at tournaments. I get so distracted by noise. Okay, take here first or take here? That's a tough choice. I'll take here. I don't know. Tough choice. Take on c6 or... Again, a bit of a tough choice here. I don't ever get queen f3. Do I ever want to push? Does that ever make sense? I don't know. No, I think he's 4 bars now, or 3 bars, 3 out of 4. He was 4 originally. I don't think he's cheating. It's just annoying. It's just the flashing is just annoying. That's all. If Lichess had a setting that I can disable the flashing of this light, I would use that setting. And then on top of that, they put a message down here, which you guys don't see. Okay, I have bishop b5. I mean, that gives an active square. I have en passant opportunities, but I'm going to go here. And I should put pressure on the clock now instead of talking. So what about b5? These pawns are rolling, but this is too weak. Can I go d5? No. So this is a grind. I don't know what he's thinking about. He has one move. This is so bizarre. He had one move. Okay, do I play on the queen side while he advances? Yeah, I will. Okay. And then take and then rook a1. I don't know why he spent so long in rook f7. Maybe you could argue there's c5, ed, but that's not a big argument. That was... he must have real internet issues here. Like, the delays on some of his moves, like rook f7. Yeah, he's almost in trouble there. So, okay, we're gonna... Wait, let me think. Okay, I'll take here. So queen a8, and I take here, he takes. But this is check. This is check. Okay, king g7. Well, I'm on the queen, so he's got to move the queen. And then push here. Yeah, because this is weak. Yeah, e6 is weak. I think he needs to take, otherwise I'm playing c6. He needs to take here. He's playing so slow. Oh, that shouldn't be good, right? I mean, this should be good for me. Okay, take that. You might take and then queen f8. Take and then rook f1. His queen gets active here. Yeah, that's a strong move, maybe. I could take and then queen g3, or can I? Okay, let's take and then maybe queen g3. It's a little scary to play. I'm going to play it. Bishop h6, I think I have here. I'm trying to create problems for him because he only has a minute and a half. Yeah, this rook needs to move. I mean, he could try this, but I am going to play bishop d2. Yeah, so he moved, and then I think maybe rook f1. No, I like my rook where it is. Let's push here. Keep. Oh, I just dropped my bishop. Oh, crap. Oh, I got so lucky. I got so lucky. I got so lucky there. Okay, I'm going to take... Rook f7 is strong. I might have bishop f3. I think I have bishop f3 there. H5? No, this still happens. Actually, I can just take the pawn. I just realized. Okay. I didn't even see I could take e3. I'm still shocked when I dropped my bishop there. It's nice to have a time advantage. I'm happy that he was having... He's not disconnecting now, though. He was having disconnection issues earlier. I don't know why he's playing so slow. He must be having really weird internet issues. He's just letting his time run here. Yeah, let's offer a trade because I don't think he can survive in 20. Okay, yeah, he's just, I don't know. But I should never have dropped b4. I got too excited. I don't know. I'm blocking him. He had really weird connection issues the whole game. I'm just writing major connection issues. It's just distracting. Okay. let's analyze that. So we had a bird, and I played a stonewall bird because of the kingside fianchetto and the knight in front of the c-pawn. I originally allowed knight b4 because I thought I could go bishop b1, but then he takes on c4, and I don't know if I like that. Here, I think I should have played knight e5 right away, and then a3. Although I guess he has, he had knight e3, but this is still good for me. I guess he goes knight d7. It doesn't really matter. And I start approaching the king side. And then I start expanding on the queen side. And I have a little more space because of the queen side. Yeah, and I keep expanding here. I don't think this was good. He should have just taken on b5. I don't know why he was reluctant. But ultimately, I have more space here, and this is kind of awkward for him. Like, white should be better here, like +1.5 or something. And then I dropped, was it here? No, yeah, here. I just forgot about my bishop on b4. So silly of me. Yeah, unfortunately, he didn't see it either. And, well, yeah. Okay, let's look at that with the engine. Was I on the analysis screen the whole time? I think I was. Somebody should have said something. Wow. Okay, so the bird had a good position out of the opening. I was winning, though. I missed a winning move. Okay, so let me just rewind a little bit. So first of all, d4. Yeah, d4 is fine here. Computer doesn't seem to like bishop d3 that much. I don't know why. Yeah, this all went fine. It's 0.3, which is about as much as you can expect out of an opening. So I missed knight b5 here. Knight b5 is winning. Oh, yeah. Because I'm threatening the knight and I'm threatening forks. If he takes here, I think I can just go for the fork. Or I can actually take here. I can do either. I can take here and then he can't stop the fork still. Wow, knight b5. Winning on the spot. Okay, too bad. Okay, knight b5. Missed that. And then, yeah, it's a grind here. This was all good. Yeah, b4 was good. This was all good. b5, this whole idea, I played pretty well. Yeah, we're just slowly grinding up. Plus 1.3 now. I played perfect every move. Except d5 was better here. We're taking on, or trading bishops, and then d5. Really? Oh, because it's a clearance square? Is that why on c4? Are we clearing c4? Oh, e6, but yeah, so this doesn't make sense. e6? Oh, his rook can't move. He's got to go g7. And then you take here. And if he trades, it's too late. These are two. Okay, I don't. This is still kind of weird, though, because my pawns are in light squares. And we're. Okay, but I guess that's just completely winning. I don't know how I would continue there, though, honestly. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how it would continue. It doesn't seem so simple to continue. But I think, so there was that, but there was also trading bishops first. And then e6, the only winning move. Queen d4 is good too, but e6. And then queen d4. I like this version better. It seems different to me, even though it's not. The position of the pieces have moved a little bit, but our queen is more centralized here. I still don't know how I would continue, though. The computer says +3, but I don't think it's that easy. I really don't. But anyways, yeah, there was that idea of e6. That's I might see that in a classical game. I'm not seeing it in a rapid game. Yeah, taking and then d5 e6. That's advanced. So this is surprisingly only equal, and I'm just going to check my email because somebody emailed me, but I don't see an email in there. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm checking my work email right now. Give me a second. I should be doing this on stream, but... Okay, sorry. Where was I here? Yeah, so surprisingly this is equal, but he had no time. Yeah, and then I just dropped my bishop, but I was going to win on the clock as long as I don't blunder too much. Okay, so the main thing to me that stood out was I missed knight b5. Okay, let me play another one. 2 hours in. Actually, I'm going to switch to blitz. Hello, Doc Waffle. What is a Doc Waffle? Elner, BC from the Philippines. Oh, it's provisional. I don't know if I want to play him. He only has 100 games. He's 113 RD, 2100 blitz. Does he have any recent games at least? Oh, he aborted. He aborted the game. He doesn't. No, he didn't. He plays mostly casual games. That's weird. Who does that? Okay. Turkish player. Black. We're gonna get a closed Sicilian, maybe a Grand Prix. It's blitz. I have to remind myself of that. Yeah. So okay. So he's gonna play Queen D2. I think Magnus's European line. Why is he thinking here? 5-bar connection. What's he thinking about? He's got one move. Why is everybody thinking? Weird. Okay, so this can transpose to the check over, but it doesn't have to. So he's doing this European line, Magnus's line. I'm going to go here right away. I think right away. You can also go F5 first. Played this against 1800 in a tournament over the board, and I was completely winning. And then I made a queen trade later in the game, which I shouldn't have. And then it was a draw, but it was still a good draw for me because he was 1800 or he was like 18. So yeah. And then, so here you can go E5, but I don't think you do it right away. You can also do this type of thing. Yeah. And I seem to recall F5 being a move for some reason. I forget why, but I seem to recall F5. Queen B6. E5 now. I think it's better to. I'm going to castle and then I'll go E5. Yeah, the other line is a little different. This Queen D2 line. So it was recommended to Magnus by some European player. This Queen D2 line, and he played it once. I call it the Magnus line. Yeah, I think taking is good, and then maybe knight h5. Let's keep applying pressure. knight h3. I can take. So he's got to go knight e2 or that. Okay, so I'll attack that, and then he's got knight e2. He always has knight e2 in Paris. If I take, my knight's under attack, which is annoying. I have to deal with that. Oh, that's scary. He has turned the tables on me here. Okay, I can. What do I want to do? Take first? What do we do here? Oh shit, I don't know. Just make a move. Here. Is it F5 now? Shit. No, I can take here. Okay. Yeah, he survived. So take. I can't even go. Okay, maybe A5 next. How dare he survive? I got knight G7 later. Knight G7 right away. Then I'm going A5. Oh, he's fast too, though. Okay, so no, I'm threatening to take, and then here. Oh, he stops me. I can take and then check. I'll do that. Queen B6, Queen F6. Queen F6. He might go for this. Okay, go here. He always has queen as a bailout of Queen D4 if he needs to. I think I can sack here. Look at that sack. Look at that sack. And I like how I found it quickly. Okay, I won a pawn. Oh, he gets a pawn back. Can I go here? I can actually do another sacrifice, but then he goes here. So it doesn't work. So we have to do this. Rook E3 is a fork. Yeah, knights are tricky. But you got this pawn majority on the A and C files, A through C files. So this is going to be tricky. And he has a bishop. The bishop isn't really a problem. These 3 pawns can be a problem. Goes that way. I'm hitting H4. Then I'm going to go after the bishop. Yeah, he's getting low on the clock too, which will hurt him. Oh, he wants to go here. Okay, so let's do this. Yeah, his knight is tricky. Whoever has the knight is going to be tricky. I can go here and then I can take. Oh crap, he's on this. Okay, so that's. Oh, there's a fork threat. Oh, he's being tricky. He's being tricky. He might take. Whoops, I pre-moved the wrong move. And he's being very tricky here. I can control the files now. He gets the B pawn. So let's go back. He's coming in. He's coming here after. I can allow it though. And he still has this. So, wow. Now I only have 30 seconds. shit. Fuck. Oh my god. He swindled me. Really swindled me here. Wow. I don't know how he didn't lose that. I got low on the clock here. I mean, I was completely winning, eh? I don't. What a terrible result. This burns so much of my time. All of this stuff here. He played so bad in earlier, but yeah, I mean, I was winning, but then I'm just bad under time pressure. I considered sacking here, but I wasn't. I probably should have. I consider it, but I was only at a few seconds to make the decision. If he takes with the king, I mean, ultimately I'll be faster. I should have done that because these pawns, will be good enough. It's just that it's a hard call to make with just a few seconds. To decide. You know, it's. But I considered it. I considered it. I just needed more time. If I had 5 more seconds, I probably would have played it. 5 to 7 seconds. I just didn't want to commit to it. I also probably could have played a4 here, which is similar to what I did in the game. I just didn't have any time. It was a scramble. So it was a really bad result. What if king takes? What if king takes what? Yeah, I just said that. If king takes that, well, I can just push this pawn, right? Eventually, his king has to come up here, and then my king comes up here. But these will self-protect. His pawns won't self-protect. So I should just take here. And then even here, I think I'm winning. I considered bringing in the king, which was probably, I don't know, probably no different. And then I thought I'm winning here. I am winning. I must still be winning. I think I played this well. Like I found a few clutch moves. For one thing, I might have been able to push my pawn because if he goes here, I can just push. So I might have had f5 here. I mean, I only had a few seconds, but I might have had f5. But then his knight can come in, but then I'm grabbing this pawn. I don't know. I'm scared of pushing my both pawns too far away from my king, though. But possibly I have f5. And I should be winning here still. But I just didn't have time. Maybe I should have just went here. But it's still tricky. And then I go here. Yeah, I just didn't have time. And maybe it was just a time issue. But I think just rook c2 and then rook c3. Yeah, and my choice of king moves. This was stupid. Like, I should have just went, okay, I got to block this guy. He keeps offering me rematch. I don't want rematch. Feed a 24-46 fake. Okay, yeah, it's pretty annoying. He's offered me like 7. Oh, apparently he offered me a draw at some point. It's got to be a kid. He keeps offering me rematches. Obviously, I don't want a rematch. Okay. But yeah, I just ran out of time. But this was stupid too. I was just playing on auto. Like, I was panicking because of the clock situation. I just go here and then I should be winning. I had a million winning moves. I really botched this. And I didn't even see that he was hitting my pawn. I can just move the pawn. I had a million winning moves. Holy crap. I feel better about screwing this up now because I blundered like 15 moves here. It wasn't 1 or 2 moves. I blundered a billion moves. A billion moves I blundered. Because I was panicking. I blundered 1 billion moves. Wow. I deserve not to win. I think I'm going to end it there, guys. I'm actually wide awake, but I'm tired. Does that make sense? I'm not sleepy because I had a nap earlier, but I'm tired. So I'm going to leave it there. Doc Waffle, I play members, but not viewers. Well, I'll play a viewer if they're a member. But yeah, that's it for me today. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. See you next time.